Okay, folks, this one says rewrite each group of fractions with their LCD. So this is the same thing that we did on the last one. Let me see if I can explain it better than I did the last time. Let's see. The first one, it's going to be 4 over, and it looks like I can take out a 3 times x minus 2y. Everybody agree with that? Does that make sense? Okay. In this other one, I'm going to get 1 over. Oh, it says rewrite the fraction, so I do need to change the numerator on this one. Okay, all right, we'll get there. For this one, I need to pull out a 5 times x minus 2y. Everybody agree with that? Okay, now let me get the common denominator. Boy, to get this first denominator, I need a 3, and I need an x minus 2y. Okay? To get the second denominator, I need a 5. Do I have a 5? No, so I need to put a 5 down here. I also need an x minus 2y. Do I have an x minus 2y?
No.
I do. I do. So there's nothing else I need to add. So this is the common denominator. All right? So now, we're going to change these fractions. This one is also 3 times x minus 2y times 5. Okay? Now, what has happened to this denominator to give us this denominator? Libby? I multiplied it by 5. That means I need to multiply the top by 5. Right? What's different between the common denominator and this denominator? Anybody? Multiply by 3. So it's 1 times 3. Okay? Now, let's see. On top, I'm going to get 20 over, and guys, I'm going to go ahead and multiply these constants. I'm going to get 15 times x minus 2y. This other fraction is 3 over 15 times x minus 2y. So now you see I changed those fractions so that they have a common denominator. So if they ask me to add them or subtract them, I could, because they both have the same thing in the denominator. Does that make sense?
Is that the answer?
That's the answer. That's it. Walker, yes ma'am.
I'm confused why you did the numerator on the right one. Why did you multiply by 3?
This one over here? Okay, let's go back up just a second here, Walker. Do you see what the denominator was? It was 5 times x minus 2y. But when we changed it to a common denominator, what does this down here have that this one doesn't? So I multiplied the bottom by 3, right? So I have to multiply the top by 3. Okay? And that's it. Now we could add or subtract these if we wanted to. The book splits it up into 2 parts. Figuring out how to get a common denominator, and then tomorrow they'll ask us, okay, go ahead and add and subtract these things. All right? Okay, good job. Let's look at the next one.